everybody, I'm Amy from Body Fit by Amy, and this is your advanced diastasis recti core workout. So this workout is great for anybody in the postpartum period who thinks or knows that they have diastasis recti, which is ab separation, and has been working on it a little while, is ready to progressively overload into some more difficult exercises. So if you don't know if you have diastasis recti, I do have a video to check. I will link it right here. That video is also a great way to recheck and see how your healing process is going along. So I'm also going to link another video where I talk to Dr. Marcy Crouch, a pelvic floor physical therapist, where we talk about what it really means to be fixing or repairing or healing. The thing is, it's a long road. You may still have a functioning diastasis recti. That's what I have, where I still have a little bit of separation. But the main thing we're looking for is, can we create tension? So can we pull everything in? And when we're doing that self-check, it's not so much about the gap, but how deep can we go? So if you know that you can create some tension and you know that you're starting to feel stronger, then this is a good workout to work your way up to. I am going to give you lots of options, so that way we'll start with our most basic level, which is usually just starting with that belly breathing, that TA breathing, so you could always go back to that. So if something starts to feel like too much and you feel like you can't hold the tension, or more importantly, if you see any tenting or doning or coning, then you're putting too much pressure and you want to go back to the basic level. And you can always go back to any of my other diastasis recti videos. I will link them right here. That gives you lots of options. Of course, I will remind you that you can do this workout postpartum, but please make sure that you have been cleared by your doctor for exercise after pregnancy. And if you can, please get a diastasis recti diagnosis from your doctor or midwife and see a pelvic floor physical therapist if you can. I know it's always not an option for everybody, which is why I make these videos, but that really is the best way to make sure that you are doing everything correctly and progressing as you work on your healing. And this workout is great. I should say one more thing. It doesn't matter if you had your babies years ago or weeks ago. You can be here. If it's just weeks ago, take your time. Maybe start with the other videos first. But it doesn't matter. It's never too late. Okay, let's get into this workout. Okay, so first thing first, we're gonna come down onto our back and come to your side, even if you feel like you've mostly have healed that diastasis recti. Remember that we wanna make sure that we pull everything in and we come down to our side, so we're not putting extra intra-abdominal pressure. So let's start with just that deep belly breathing. I know it's boring, I know it's tedious, but it's so important. We're gonna inhale, expand through the lungs, think about expanding out, exhale, and think about pulling that deep core in. So not sucking in, not arching our back one way or the other, but just deep core in. A cue I really like is hips to ribs, but sometimes that does make us kind of do that pelvic tilt, which is a whole different exercise. So think more just about zipping up a pair of pants, not sucking in, but everything in. Inhale, exhale, and simultaneously, if we can, do a nice gentle Kegel. If you know that your pelvic floor is tight, then I would make sure that you maybe don't do as much of a Kegel. Remember, we're not going super tight. We want to make sure that we're kind of just lifting up and in. So keep with that breathing. And now that we've got that, let's go ahead and start with that little gentle march. So again, I know this is pretty basic and you came here for a more intermediate, more advanced workout. Start with that. So we're breathing, but we're keeping everything pulled in. And then as you're ready, pull it up, up, down, down. So again, making sure we're staying nice and zipped up. Pelvic floor gently pulled up and in. Deep core, transverse abdominis, or TA or TVA. And then as you're ready from that, take it to those toe taps. So just like this, breathe. So we're just gonna keep progressing. If at any point you need a break or you look down and you notice that you've got that coning or doming, I want you to take a break and reassess, come right back into it. Breathe. And as you're coming up, think about that core pulling you in, and almost think about kind of squeezing those inner thighs. And we do a lot with the breathing in the beginning. I want you to still be thinking about that, and it helps to make it audible. One more each way wherever you are, and then just hug those knees in. So we're gonna go into a little dead bug, and then we're gonna do some different variations on it. So we're gonna start with our very basic dead bug. Inhale, exhale. And then I want you to start with just the toe tap, opposite arm, opposite leg. Breathe out. I like that kind of a breath. You can also do a s. I'm not making my breath as audible because I'm talking to you the whole time. And another thing that shows that we're ready to sort of be doing these more progressive exercises is, do you have that muscle endurance? Can you go a little longer? We're still gonna keep things kind of short here, but if something's feeling like too much, take your time, take a break, or again, you can always go back to those basic DR exercises. One more each side, and relax, hug them in. We're still progressing from here. This time we're gonna extend that leg out. So we're here, pull everything in, reach out, reach out, staying nice and focused. Really think about everything coming in, but again, not sucking in. One more each way. And relax, hug those in. So little gentle roll side to side. And then we're gonna do a couple more little variations on this. We're gonna give that a little bit of a break and go to a bridge just to give that deep core break, so we're not gonna end up getting into our back. But let's just do a very basic bridge. Inhale, exhale, slowly roll everything up, pull it in, and slowly rolling down the spine. Just a few of these, not too many, but more just to kind of get a little stretch for the back. So even though we're at that intermediate level, we wanna make sure that we're giving things a little stretch and lengthening out while we continue to strengthen. One more. And slowly down. Hug those knees in one at a time. Okay, back to that dead bug. So here we are. So if at any point this feels like too much, remember you can always go back to your super basic or just the little march. It's up to you, even just to here. So we're coming up in that dead bug position. I'm gonna take my opposite hand to my opposite knee. So right hand to left knee. And I wanna think about pushing the knee into the hand, pushing the hand into the knee. So start with that, inhale, exhale, push. So they're pushing against each other. We've done this exercise before, our opposing forces. Inhale, exhale, push to activate that deep core. One more, inhale, exhale, push. You can also do this with that foot on the ground while you're waiting. And then if you can, inhale, whoop, exhale, bring everything in, push and push. So you're maintaining this tension while we reach out with that other leg. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Maintain that push towards each other. Four more. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Two more. Inhale. Last one. And then hug those knees in. Take that leg that was doing the work. I want you to extend it up. Cross it over, a little hip stretch. And we're gonna do all that on the other side. So you should feel the difference there. And again, you can always go back to regular dead bug or just a march, or take the pressure out of it. So here, push and push, opposing forces, starting with just that breathing. Foot could be up or down. Inhale, exhale, push that knee or leg into the hand, hand into the knee. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And then let's start here. Here we go. Everything in. Opposing forces on the opposite hand, opposite leg. Inhale. Don't forget about that push. One more. Sorry, one more to 4. Now we got 4 more to 8. Here we go. Deep core in, pelvic floor gently up and in. 3. And no matter where you are, again, I'll remind you that I'm about a year postpartum, and I've worked really hard on my diastasis. Last one, and my pelvic floor, and just my postpartum core. No matter where you are, that should be challenging. I do that with my regular training clients who've never had babies, and they still feel that a lot. Okay, so gentle roll side to side, and then let's go ahead and turn onto our sides. So we're gonna come into a side plank, right? Whoo, we feel that. You should feel that nice and deep. So into a side plank, and we're gonna start on our knees. Side planks, we've been doing them since pregnancy, right? If you've kept up with this, such a great exercise. Stack those hips, bring it up if you can. So we're here, and then if you can, I want you to come all the way up to those feet. Chances are you're probably strong enough to at least try it. We're just holding on this first one, and just holding about 15 seconds. We're keeping it pretty short. Drop that knee if you need to. Keep everything pulled in nice and tight for 4, 3, 2, and relax. So now we're gonna bring it up and we're gonna do some dips. So we're gonna do some deep dips all the way down and up, and some little pulse dips. Again, you can be on your knees if you need to. If you can, bring it all the way up. This hand can be balanced or up, whatever feels best to you. We're gonna drop it all the way down, all the way up. And everything in. And down, and up, and down, up. Let's go one more. If you need to be on that knee, you can, or all the way up, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, keep it in. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax. Woo, right? Bring that over, stretch it over. We'll swing those legs around to the other side, starting with that quick hold. So finding your balance, either up on those knees, elbow beneath the shoulders, or all the way up on the feet. Here we go, holding about 15, connect to that deep core. Everything's pulled in. The goal is to lift that hip off the ground. Keep breathing. 4, 3, 2, and relax. Good. So all the way up, 5 deep dips, 8 small pulse dips. Here we go, bring it up, drop it all the way down, bring it up and breathe. Down, everything in and up, down. One more, and breathe, hold at the top, small little pulses, barely dropping. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Bring those knees here and stretch it over. Okay, so let's turn over onto all fours and just get a little stretch back to stretch your back. And then let's come up on all fours and we'll start again with that belly breathing. So we're gonna progress our way into a bear plank. So our bear plank looks like this. So it really is coming from all fours. So knees are beneath the hips, hands are beneath the shoulders. And again, let's start with belly breathing and really watch my tummy here. So big inhale, so it's coming down, you see it. Exhale, up and in. So notice I'm not arching my back or arching this way from that neutral spine. Inhale, expand. Exhale, pulling up and in. And you may notice I do still have loose skin. Most women do. And the reason I'm saying that is I don't want that to look different than if you see that you feel like that muscle is holding, hanging down and you can't pull it up and in, then I want you to stay in this place rather than lift the knees, which is what we're gonna do next. So inhale, exhale, and one more, inhale, exhale. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add a little lift on those knees on the exhale. So inhale. And again, if you feel like you can't hold that, just keep the belly breathing and keep that deep TA up and in. Breathe. Last 3. 2. 1 more. And breathe. And stretch it back. We're gonna do 1 more from this bear plank. We're gonna bring it up and hold, and then we'll add a few little movements. You can just hold if you want, or again, if you don't feel secure in that position, just stay with the breathing. So inhale, exhale, pull up, hold it here, and then we're gonna do a little movement of the knees. So just imagine a little run. If that feels like too much, just hold it here, or you can just do a little tap of the knees one at a time. But if you can, keep them both up, knees come in, breathe. You'll feel those quads and hip flexors, they're connected, they're working. Pull up and in, 4, 3, 2, relax. Stretch it back. Good. So let's take it all the way down. We are almost done. We're going to come into what I call plank singles. So in the early days of postpartum and diastasis recti, we don't want you to do any of this sort of back extension because that's putting pressure on that, also during pregnancy. But if you're intermediate or advanced, you're here, it's okay to be here. I want you to start again with just the breath. I know that gets boring, but we gotta start there. Inhale, exhale, pull that core up and in. So you're gonna feel the need to wanna lift, right? So that's where we wanna be. We're gonna start on the knees. Inhale, as we exhale, pull up to those knees, but you're using your core to do it. You're holding for just a couple counts, take it down. This is another thing I do with all my training clients, and when you're doing it right, it's difficult. What we're trying to do is not push through our elbows and knees, we're trying to lift with our core. A couple more with just the knees. Inhale, exhale. One more time, inhale, exhale. If you want to add a level to that, we're going to take it up to the toes. Inhale, exhale to knees, exhale to toes, slowly down, maintaining that tension, slowly down. So just like that, inhale, exhale to knees, exhale to toes, slowly down, slowly down. So you can go at your own pace, you can go slower or faster than me. The only thing is I just want you to really make sure that as you lift, the lift is coming from the core. So think the lift is as you zip up that pair of pants, as you tilt hips to ribs, as you pull that deep transverse abdominis in. So of course, you're staying steady on your elbows and your toes or your knees, but I want you to make the motion coming from that core and breathing out. So again, if you're doing this right, you're gonna really feel it. I almost, sometimes after doing all this work, postpartum on myself and with clients and with my education, I think we all need to be training our abs this way. I almost don't even want to do plank holds anymore. I just want to do this because it's challenging. I feel it so much more. Let's get one more right here. Inhale, exhale, all the way up. Let's hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, relax it down. All right. So I don't want you to stretch up on those hands because again, if we're still working on that separation, we don't want to hyperextend. It doesn't mean that you won't always. I'm certainly back to doing that in workouts, but I do want you to take it back to your child's pose, stretch it back. And then come up to a seated position. Whoo, right? Just let our heads drop side to side. Because again, all of that core work, we're gonna feel some tension here. Side to side. Down in the front. And neutral. And then let's big reach it over. As always, please check out all of my other Diastasis Recti videos. And again, getting familiar with these concepts is a great way to make sure that if you go into another class or another video, you can substitute all of these when we're doing maybe something that's a little too advanced for where you are in your healing. Reach it back. And one big deep breath in. and out. And that was your advanced diastasis recti core workout. Great job, everybody.